Hi friends, so it's May 11th, 2025, and today I made the decision to make my last trip to Joann's. This is actually like my third last trip. But I was like, well, yarn's like 50% off now, and maybe it's a good time to do it. I don't go down to my local Joann's very often, really anymore. I went down right after they announced they were closing, and it was like bare shelves for yarn, and I was like, well, this kind of sucks. And then I went again after a YouTuber had done a video and said that her local Joann was stocked with yarn. And I was like, well, maybe mine's stocked with yarn. And so I went down to the Olympia Joann's, the Olympia, Washington Joann's, and stocked. There was yarn in every possible place they could put it. Boxes everywhere. And I was like, well, I guess they've been holding out on us and keeping their warehouses just full. They were hoarding all of this yarn, and now it's just coming into the stores, and we don't know when they're going to close, because, or at least I don't know when mine's going to close, because there's still merchandise on the shelves. And so I went in unprepared for what mine would look like, and I bought a bunch of yarn. And even at the beginning, I had my friend who lives in Florida. She found a bunch of the Pride living yarn colorways and sent me a bunch, because she had a bunch at her Joann and my Joann was out of stock. And I was like, this sucks. I really want the Pride yarns. So I went back about a month ago, and there was just a ton of yarn. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not prepared for this. I didn't bring enough bags. They have like 3 carts to the whole store now. And so it's really hard to shop when you don't have anything to hold your stuff in. I was actually carrying around a plastic tote with a bunch of yarn. And my friend who lives in Alabama doesn't have a Joann near her. We're talking like 2 hours minimum of a drive time. So I FaceTimed her and was like, look at all this yarn. Is there anything you want me to buy? So I bought her a bunch of yarn that I still have to ship to her. And then I decided, you know what? It's been kind of a week. I'm going to go and I'm going to make a final trip to Joann. So it's the third final trip to Joann. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what I bought today. It's 50% off, which is why I went. And I'm not unhappy with anything that I purchased. They did not have a ton of the living Pride yarns left. They had some, but they didn't have all of the colorways. So I got what I could. I didn't clear them out of anything. But I want to show you what I got. And I'll see if I can remember all the quantities. I did unpack one of my bags. So we'll start off with the Pride yarns. And we'll see if I can't, get through what I got in kind of, in relatively short order. Okay. Oh, there's more in here. Okay. So, Pride Yarns, living color, or the living line. So I don't really keep any of the solids in stock in my stash. I just never have. Mainly because when I was shopping my Joann before the closure was announced, or the closing was being announced, they never had any matching solids to go with any of the Pride yarns. And I was like, this is kind of dumb. Like, why don't you have matching solids? Well, they do now. They're in stock, but I didn't get them. So I bought, so this one is Serenity. So I bought 4 of Serenity. I bought 4 of Spirit. I bought 2 packages of 3 of the, I think it's called Inclusivity. So this is the standard rainbow yarn. So I bought 2 packages. They're all priced individually, but they were already in the bag. So I was like, I'll just grab 2 of those. So I got 6 Inclusivity. I Got 2 bags of the authentic, which is the non-binary. Or no. It's either non-binary or bi. I can't remember. Anyways, I bought 2 bags. So 6 of these colorway. And let's see. Oh, I think I bought 4 of, this is not a Pride line, like this is not a Pride colorway, but this is just Fun Brights from from the Living line, which is just, it's fun, it's bright. I've made a few things with it and I really like it, so I bought 4 of those. I'm going through my other bag right now. There's my second bag of the rainbow. Here we go. I bought 4 of the community, which looks a little bit, I mean, the purples are very different, but kind of similar to the authentic. I bought 4 of these, and I had some of this in my stash already, so I'm kind of just plussing up, you know? And I think that wraps up what I bought of the from the Living line, for sure. And I have an entire bag sitting next to my desk that was sent to me from Florida. So, I just figured I'd give it a go. And I did buy some non-Joann brand yarn because 50% off. Hello. Why wouldn't you? You can't get the yarns for this price anywhere else. So of course, why not? I'd seen this done, or I'd seen this used by Passionate Kelsey, who is on YouTube. She did a pouch. These are yarn zippers. They're $10 normally, but they were 50% off. So I think I bought 3. I might have bought 4. I don't know. But I'd never seen them in my Joann, and they had some. So I didn't buy them all, but I bought some. I've never made a pouch before. I've never crocheted a pouch. Sorry. I have made several pouches with my sewing machine, but I've never crocheted them. So I wanted to give this a shot and see how I liked it, because then I can buy more. And you guys can buy more. Buy the things that I sell in my shop. There was one singular cone of Lily Sugar and Cream left. Again, 50% off. It was 50% off of basically $16. So I bought this. Sonoma is the colorway. So it's kind of like looks like a kind of a tweed almost, like a natural. I really like it. I'm trying to get more natural fibers into my stash. I do love the acrylic yarns. But I like the recycled and the cotton yarns a lot. So I bought this. It was they only have one cone of Lily Sugar and Cream in the whole store. So we're going to go with this. If you can hear Brutus, I'm sorry. He did not want me to close my door and lock him out. And now he doesn't want to be locked in. So that's his own fault. I told him we were recording and then needed to be patient. Okay, so then I got, the plan for this is to make a cardigan. I don't know how much, I don't know if I have enough, but we'll see. So I bought some big twist of value in black. I bought 3 skeins of black and 3 skeins of baby pink. I think a skein of each in my stash already. So I thought I would make a granny cardigan out of this, kind of doing alternating colors. Might throw some white in there. I don't know, white or gray, to see how I like it. I do have some heathered gray, big twist value. And then let's see what else is in here. It's my bag. It's my bag of tricks. And really what I wanted the most, and this is what I am sending my friend in Alabama. I love the menagerie yarn. There's some in my shelf somewhere in there. I love the menagerie yarn, and I don't remember seeing this colorway when it was first released, and this is the Rosy Maple Moth. And so my friend in Alabama, she wanted 8 skeins, and so I picked up 8 skeins for her, and then I got home and was like, I really want this. I really want the Rosy Maple Moth. So I went back. They had plenty of menagerie left. And so sorry, my allergies are really bad. And I haven't done my trifecta yet today. So, but that's almost it, for this bag of tricks. I did buy 4 zippers. There was one in here as well. And so again, I don't go there trying to buy non-Joann's brand yarn, but it's 50% off and I can't help myself. So I bought a bag, and I don't know if I saw more than one of these, but this was kind of they had them in the inside of the store, and I can see a factory knot right now, and I'm really not happy about it, but it's fine. I got, this is called Sunset in the Karen Jumbo Ombre. I'd seen boxes of the ombre yarns stashed somewhere in the store, and I was on my way out. I was trying to talk myself out of these yarns, and it was like, but they're 50% off. They're 50% off. Why wouldn't I? And it's funny because I see them in the bag and I'm like, oh, it's, it's 50% off the bag, but it's 50% off each skein of yarn. So, I did some damage, in Joann today, but I'm not happy about it. And I know that it'll all get used. And so then I bought a bag of this ombre, which I would love. I think I would love to make a cardigan out of this, which means I probably need to go get 2 more. But this is the colorway Blush and Blue. And it's so pretty. But yeah, I have a bunch of new yarns that I bought, not at Joann. I have been really loving Hirschner's. Their shipping is quick. Their availability is nice. I like that you can get a bunch of different brands of yarn through Hirschner's. If you've been around the channel for any length of time, you know that I will not shop at Hobby Lobby. That is a personal view, and my business will not support Hobby Lobby. So I don't buy from them. Hobby Lobby is actually the closest craft store to me, but I just won't. That's how it goes. I have a bunch of yarn from them left over from when I lived in the South, and I make baby baffomets with it because why not? It's a kind of a perfect way to use their yarn, I feel like. But I bought a couple new Biddy stripes from Yarn Inspirations. It's the Rainbow Mist. I just couldn't stay away. I love the Biddy stripes. I'm trying to make a bunch of stuff out of that. I bought some more crushed velvet yarn for scrunchies from Hirschner's, and I bought some of the Soho and some of the Bernat in different colors, and so I will get the colors loaded onto the website, and so when people want them, I will make them. Scrunchies don't take too terribly long to make, but I'm kind of in this mode of like, let me try other yarns. And then Hirschner's put out that they've acquired the Big Twist brand of yarns. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means just the value. I don't know if it means the living or any of the chenille yarns like Posh or Plush or what is it? The Baby Bear, I think, is another line from Big Twist. I don't know what they're bringing. They just said Big Twist. So, and they said more colors. And I don't know if you've been into a Joann, but there's a lot of colors in the Big Twist value line, like a lot. So I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna bring. I'm interested to see what they bring to the table for Big Twist. And I mean, that's kind of why I didn't go back to Joann, because I'm like, well, I don't really need to buy Big Twist because Hirschner's is going to carry it. But I'm just going to say it's 50% off. All of the yarn, like everything is at a minimum of 50% off in that store. Home decor is like 60% off. There's stuff upwards of 80% off. So even if like maybe you don't care for Big Twist, you can go get Lion Brand, you can go get Karen, Red Heart. There's just a ton of stuff out there. And it's 50% off. You can't get it 50% off anywhere else right now. So you might as well help clear out Joann before it goes to like a liquidation company. But I think that's going to do it for this specific video for the yarn haul. I am sad to see Joann go, but hopefully this means there will be more room in the market for other businesses, for other yarn stores, for smaller businesses to come through. I don't buy wool. I don't buy anything made with wool. So, or animal fibers for that matter. And that's a personal preference. So a lot of like the smaller yarn stores, because they tend to focus very heavily on the animal yarn or animal fibers, there's just really not much there for me to purchase. And I know that acrylic's not really great for the environment either. It's just, it is where I'm at. However, if I'm gifted yarn that is made from animal fiber, I will use it. Or if a customer buys something with animal that wants, you know, they want animal yarn, then, or animal fibers in their yarn, then that's up to them. But I won't personally spend my money on it. So, yeah. Now I don't know where I'm gonna put it all. That's the question. Where do I put all this yarn that I just brought home? Because I am now bringing home yarn at a rate I am not using quick enough. But as long as this is my last Joann haul, I can start making a bunch of stuff for the website. I'm looking to make more granny cardigans, more wild oleander scarves, beanies. I like making the bigger items because they use up more yarn. And the more yarn I use, the more I can bring in. And so if you hadn't heard, I do have a Big Curl website. And I launched that in April. So I will be changing all of my stuff on YouTube, and hopefully we'll start doing, or I will start doing, like shop drop videos. So I will show you what's dropping in the month. I did do a May the 4th drop on my website. There's a bunch of Star Wars themed pencil pouches, and I added some beanies to the website just because. So, yeah, if you're interested, go take a look. And I'll see you in the next video.